Chapter 3. Marry me? Ah! Xiao Lingxi cried out and sprang backwards like a frightened rabbit. Her fingers touched her numb lips as her beautiful eyes widened in surprise, and a touch of red quickly spread from her fair face to the nape of her neck. You kissed me again. You have the same reaction as usual. The innocent Xiao Che had a heartbroken expression on his face. When we were younger, we always played your favorite kiss-kiss game. These days, you go into shock every time I try to kiss you. You knew that was when we were kids. Xiao Lingxi's face flushed into the color of a red rose. We are now adults and cannot afford to mess around. You are soon to have a wife. In the future you can only kiss your wife. Why? Because I am your little aunt. Xiao Lingxi stomped her foot as she lost her breath. Then, what do I do if I want to kiss you? Smiling mischievously, Xiao Che put his hand under his chin. The adorable 15-year-old girl before him didn't have the slightest bit of a little aunt's deterrence. Then, you should marry me. Xiao Lingxi turned her nose up in anger. Hey! You are my aunt. How could I possibly marry you? Xiao Che said with his voice lowered as his eyes widened. Even you know that. If you dare steal another kiss, I'll let your wife know and let her handle you. HMPH. Xiao Lingxi looked at him triumphantly, with her nose in the air. Xiao Hong's voice came from outside once again. Young master, are you ready? It's about time to go get the bride. Yes. I am coming out now. Xiao Che looked at his current outfit and got ready to leave. After 2 steps, Xiao Lingxi grabbed his hand and said with a serious face, Little Che, before leaving, repeat the promise we made yesterday, word for word, or I won't let you go. Yesterday's promise? Xiao Che thought for a while and cannot help but say, all right. After entering the marriage with Xia Qingjiu, I won't forget about little aunt just because I have a wife. I'll spend the same amount of time with little aunt like before. I will listen to little aunt as calls and would arrive as soon as I am called just like before. I don't think I forgot a word. What a good boy. Xiao Lingxi smiled sweetly but did not release Xiao Che's hand. However, we will be adding another one today. The one I forgot yesterday. Although Xia Qingjiu is about to become your wife, in your heart she cannot outweigh me. Repeat that right now. Hurry. Hurry, hurry. Xiao Che gazed at her beautiful eyes and said, if you kiss me, I will make that promise. Then, marry me. Xiao Che was defeated. Young master, are you still not ready? It was forbidden to be past the auspicious time. Xiao Hong's urgent voice came from outside again. Xiao Che put his hand on the door but did not push it open yet. He whispered, I can make that promise because in my heart, you are already my number one. Even if there are 100 Xia Qingjius, she cannot catch up to you. You are irreplaceable. As his voice faded, he pushed the door open and left. Xiao Lingxi stood still, frozen in place for a while. An arc formed at the edge of her lips and she joyfully skipped out afterwards, like a girl who had been given her favorite candy. As Xiao Che walked out of the room, his gorgeous wedding team awaited him. Xiao Hong kindly smiled at him. Young master, please get on the horse. On the way I will be protecting you with everything I have. But of course, today is young master's big day. I should not worry that much since there would only be good things that are waiting to happen. Thanks, Uncle Hong. Xiao Che smiled at Xiao Hong and got on the horse. A gentle voice suddenly came from his left. Looks like I came at the just right time. Is brother Xiao Che going to retrieve his bride now? Felicitations. Xiao Che's eyebrows furrowed slightly at that sound and saw 2 young men slowly walk to his side. The person who spoke was a 20-year-old young man of medium build. He was as handsome as he was elegant. His eyes were crystal clear on top of a refreshing face and he wore a bright smile. At his rear was a thinner younger man. His footsteps followed quickly behind the speaker. Watching them, Xiao Che smiled. "Oh, it is Brother Yulong and Brother Xiao Yang. Did you guys specially make this trip here to see me off?" Xiao Yulong was the son of the leader of Xiao clan. At the age of 20, whether it be his appearance, talent, use of speech and wisdom, they were at the top of the young generation in the Xiao clan. His profound strength had reached the third level of the nascent profound realm at the moment. He was his father, Xiao Yunhei's pride and joy, and was also the future hope of the Xiao clan. The clan had high expectations for him because he would become the next leader if no accidents should occur. He possessed many good qualities, but he had never been arrogant. He was someone who was kind and polite to everyone, even towards Xiao Che, who was considered to be disabled in everyone's eyes. Had never mocked Xiao Che, but instead was as gentle as he was polite. Not only that, he frequently expressed signs of concern when faced with Xiao Che's damaged profound vein problem. Xiao Che had always liked Yulong. He admired and appreciated Yulong's kindness. Of course, those feelings came from the previous Xiao Che. The identity of the person behind Xiao Yulong was also not that simple. He was not just an ordinary Xiao clan disciple. He was the second elder's youngest grandson, Xiao Yang. At the age of 19, he was at the 9th level of the elementary profound realm. Ever since he was a child, he always followed Xiao Yulong around and listened to his every word. However, he was as kind to Xiao Che as he was to Xiao Yulong. Even though they were both grandsons of elders, he never cared for Xiao Che. Whenever Xiao Che tried to strike up a conversation, he would either ignore or respond with an upturned nose. As the grandson of a Xiao clan elder, not only did Xiao Che have his own residence, he also owned a separate little courtyard. Aside from his grandfather Xiao Lai, his little aunt Xiao Lingxi, and his sole best friend, very few people actually came to visit. At this time, Xiao Yulong came with Xiao Yang with the purpose of watching him go on his wedding journey. Haha. Of course. Xiao Yulong approached with a hearty laugh and said, "The person you are marrying today is our floating cloud city's #1 brightest jewel. This is not only our Xiao clan's big event, but is our floating cloud city's big event. Since you have the chance to marry this treasure, your brother here is very happy for you. Of course, I am also envious and ashamed as well." Ha 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 ha. Xiao Che also laughed. Brother Yulong tells such a funny joke. With Brother Yulong's talent, the entire female population of Floating Cloud City is yours to pick from. Young master, we must get going. Xiao Hong warned. Brother Xiao Che, hurry up. We eagerly await for you to spectacularly bring in Floating Cloud City as brightest jewel into the Xiao clan. Xiao Yulong said with a smile. Xiao Che nodded and immediately sat tight. The wedding escort team rode through the courtyard to the sound of the beating drums and gong straight towards the Xia clan residence. The moment Xiao Che disappeared from sight, Xiao Yulong's smile froze and darkened. He suddenly turned around and fiercely slapped Xiao Yang hard in the face. In a low voice, he hissed, "Pathetic." Xiao Yulong's slap was a direct hit and Xiao Yang's left cheek began to swell. He hurriedly scrambled at the foot of Xiao Yulong and fearfully spoke. I clearly threw in the murdering heart powder, and the message I received confirmed that he did collapse. I also do not know what is going on here. HMPH. Xiao Yulong's eyebrows tightened and distorted his face. I spent so much money to get the poison that not even Dr. C2 has the cure to. But you screwed it all up. Don T, tell me you want me to personally see Xia Qingjiu marry that wastrel Xiao Che. Boss. That kid has only just left. We will have an opportunity on the wedding road, although we cannot personally take care of this in fear of being seen. We can instigate a resistance force from the Yuan family and others. There are other men of nobility who covet Xia Qingjiu. Just listening to people speak about Xia Qingjiu's marriage to Xiao Che would make their teeth itch. If we encourage them a little and go out together, we would be able to. If it was really that simple, why did I spend so much time getting the murdering heart powder? Xiao Yulong coldly interrupted Xiao Yang and continued. Xiao Che is a good for nothing, but his grandfather is at the 10th level of the spirit profound realm. Who would dare to offend him? Also, Xia Qingjiu's father did not object to this marriage at all. Who would dare to openly offend the Xia clan and Xiao Che? Even if the Yuan family as boys grouped up with the city lord as boys, their family would obviously prevent them from doing anything. And did you see that old bastard Xiao Hong personally escort him? With him around, how could any trouble start? While speaking, Xiao Yulong clenched his hands. The sounds of bone being dislocated popped in the air. The first time he saw Xia Qingjiu, he thought that he encountered an angel and was already lost. From then on, he swore to make Xia Qingjiu his woman in this lifetime. But Xia Qingjiu was actually going to marry Xiao clan's most despised Xiao Che. How could he ever willingly accept that? Boss. In fact, you do not need to worry that much. Xiao Yang glanced at Xiao Yulong's facial expression and carefully spoke. Think about it. With Xia Qingjiu's temperament that never even bothered to glance at any of the talents in Floating Cloud City, would she even like that kid Xiao Che? The only reason why she is marrying Xiao Che is because of an agreement made 16 years ago. If she marries into the family, it is absolutely impossible for Xiao Che to even touch her finger. After she has entered our Xiao clan, the chances of boss meeting her would be greatly increased. That trash Xiao Che is not comparable to the boss's natural handsomeness and talent. After a while, how could not impress that Xia Qingjiu? By that time, listening to Xiao Yang's words, Xiao Yulong's gloomy scowl began to stretch while his narrow eyes squinted. He touched the tip of his nose with his finger and whispered, "You make a pretty reasonable point. Looks like not being able to poison that wastrel to death can also be a good thing."